Good morning, students. So, day before yesterday, we dropped on this particular page number 21, and now we shall complete the chapter today. Right? So, up to now, we have heard, we have read that if we want to really have a look at the past, present, and future of Earth, then Antarctica is the real place to visit. There we shall find each and every proof that will declare that there is a real threat to the existence of humanity on this planet, even all the creatures, they are in danger. Global warming threat is in fact real for everyone. Now we shall start from page number 21, the para at the bottom. Antarctica, because of her simple ecosystem and lack of biodiversity. Antarctica is a place where ecological balance is very simple. The environment is absolutely simple and calm, and lack of biodiversity. Biodiversity means flora and fauna. The variety is not so much. It's quite simple life there. Biodiversity is not found there. Even in the name of plantation, there is nothing. In the name of human beings, no, there is nothing. Maybe some aquatic life, a variety of aquatic life, and some birds are found there at this place. So that's why the life is very cool, very simple. Is a perfect place to study how little changes in the environment can have big repercussions. Big changes or big results means even a slight change in the environment can cause a big change in the whole scenario there. Here, if temperature increases from 29 degree to 35 degree, we don't feel any effect. Okay, it is possible here in India at least. And even temperature goes up to 40 degree, we don't mind it. Temperature comes down to 5 degree or 6 degree centigrade here in Delhi, even we don't take it so seriously. But there, a little change in the temperature would put a big impact. How it would be? Let us see. Take the microscopic phytoplankton. A very small one-cell plant is found in the sea that is called phytoplankton. Microscopic, very little, very smaller one, right? Those grasses of sea that nourish and sustain the entire southern ocean's food chain. How? Food chain. Food chain is maintained by phytoplankton only. How? Let us see. This is called phytoplankton, right? This is phytoplankton. Okay. These small cell, these plants, single cell plants, they are called phytoplanktons, right? Now this seagrass, this is what? This is seagrass, we call it. This seagrass, what does it do? It nourish, it maintains, it develops and maintain the entire southern ocean's food chain. How does it make? These single cell plants use the sun's energy to assimilate carbon. How? You must be well acquainted with this particular system. I think you know, each and everyone of you know what is this. This single cell plants use the sun's energy to create carbon and synthesize organic compounds in that wondrous and most important of processes called photosynthesis. This is what photosynthesis is, and you know it all. Photosynthesis. Right? Sun's energy is taken by plants. Suppose this is phytoplankton, and what it releases, what into air? Yes, oxygen, and it takes energy from the sun. And in this photosynthesis, scientists warn. What do scientists warn? Scientists warn that a further depletion in the ozone layer will affect the activities of phytoplankton. If the heat is increased and there was a further depletion, shortage of ozone layer, if ozone layer is somewhere it gets weakened, it is depleted, then what will happen? It will affect the activities of phytoplankton, while in turn will affect the lives of marine animals and birds of the region and the global carbon cycle also. Now this plant is actually the food. This plant is the food that forms the food chain. Where? In the Antarctica region. Suppose this is the plant. This is eaten by small fish. Okay? Small fish. Small fish is further eaten by big fish. And big fish further eaten by whales or seals. So that's how this ultimately, this green plant is the source of food in that particular region. And if this is broken, if this chain is broken, and if this sea grass is somewhere due to change in the temperature, if it gets weakened, the whole carbon cycle will be affected. And in the parable of a phytoplankton, parable, a story, a saying you can say of the phytoplankton, there is great metaphor for existence there. What is the existence? What is the source of existence? Metaphor for existence is what? Take care of the small things and the big things will fall into place. If we take care of this small thing, which small thing I am talking of? Yes, I am talking of phytoplankton. If phytoplankton is properly taken care of, this phytoplankton, this small plant, if it is properly taken care of, then this small plant, if we take care of it, the whole big things, all whales will be okay, all big fish will remain safe, and the whole system will be maintained there. So ultimately this phytoplankton is the thing that is responsible for maintenance of food chain there in Antarctica. Now come to the next page. Here we were. Walk on the ocean. Finally, my Antarctic experience was full of such epiphanies. This is a unique word, epiphanies. What do you mean by epiphanies? Epiphanies is different beautiful appearances. Beautiful epiphanies. What does it mean? Epiphanies. Appearances. Yes. Epiphanies. Appearances. Beautiful scenes were there. But the best occurred just short of the Antarctic Circle at 65.55 degrees south. The Shekelski had managed to wedge herself into a thing. Wedge means stuck itself. What happened? The ship got stuck. Now these are the beautiful epiphanies the narrator talks about. Beautiful epiphanies. Wow. Beautiful sceneries. Little amount of water somewhere, but all snow-clad mountains. There they are. Right? These are the epiphanies the narrator talks of. The narrator talks of. Now, what happened? Just 65.55 degrees south, what happened? The Shkelsky had managed to wedge. Shkelsky stuck there. Shkelsky, the ship, it got stuck somewhere. There occurred a problem. It could not move ahead. Shkelsky was stopped there. Where? Into a thick white stretch of ice between the peninsula and the Tadpole Island, which was preventing us from going any further. Peninsula was on this side, and here, somewhere here, was Tadpole Island. So it could not move ahead. The captain decided that we were going to turn further round and head back north. Now, captain thought that we shall go back, we shall move back, right? Head backward to the north. But before we did, we were all instructed to climb down the gangplank. There is a board that allows everyone to drop down to the land. Yes. So this is called gangplank. So this gangplank and walk onto the ocean, on the ocean. So we were all 52 of us kitted out. We were wearing Gore-Tex. Gore-Tex is a kind of cloth, is a kind of synthetic cloth that does not allow any drop of water even to enter to touch our body. Right? And glares means goggles. Walking on a stark whiteness that seemed so spread out forever. Now look at this. This whiteness is all there. There was nothing, just these big chunk of ice was visible. Stark means complete whiteness was there. Underneath our feet was a meter thick ice pack. This meter thick ice pack was there under our feet. In the periphery, in the close vicinity, crab eater seals. Seals is an animal there in the sea that has a small mustache also, and that prefers to eat crabs. Kekde, है ना? So they were stretching, they were lying there and sunning themselves onto the ice floes. They were enjoying the sun there, much like stray dogs will do under the shade of banyan tree in villages. You know, in banyan tree under stray dogs, they just when there is immense heat, they just take the shelter there and enjoy their life. In the same manner, these seals were enjoying the sun there. It was nothing short of a revolution, a new immersion, a new revelation, a new thought was prevailing, a new scene was there for everyone else. Everything does indeed connect. It seemed that this whole unit, this whole system was somewhere united, somewhere connected to each other, it seemed to me. Again, 9 time zones. I was again hurried back. I was coming back to my place. Yes. 9 time zones, 6 checkpoints, 3 bodies of water, and many ecospheres later. I was still wondering about what does it mean, 9 time zones and 6 checkpoints. Yes, the lady was returning with her troop of people, troop of small children who went with her. That shows that they were returning. 9 time zones, 6 checkpoints, 3 bodies of water, and many ecospheres later. I was still wondering about the beauty of balance in play on our planet. I was surprised how nature has created this balance on this planet, right? How would it be if Antarctica were to become warm place that it once used to be? When Earth was formed, Antarctica was a warm place. What would happen if all the ice on those lands, Antarctica land, it is again melted and it again becomes a very warm place, what would happen then? Will we be around to see it? Means, will we be alive at the time? Or would we have gone the way the dinosaurs? The way of the dinosaurs, mammoths, and woolly rhinos? Or we shall also be extincted just like rhinos, big rhinos, rhinoceros, woolly rhinos. Earlier, even rhinoceros had big hair. Now there is no hair on their body found. Na? Earlier it had to be. And mammoths, big mammoths, elephants. Who is to say? But after spending 2 weeks with a bunch of teenagers who still have the idealism to save the world, but spending 2 weeks with the children, inspired children who were ready to work for humanity, for saving the environment, who had a thought in their mind that they would certainly make hard efforts to protect our earth. Suddenly, I can say that it can happen in a million years. A lot can happen in a million years, but what a difference a day makes. Day makes what just one day in the life of human being, if one comes to this realization that it is their indeed duty to save this planet, certainly that would be the day when everyone would take a pledge to save this earth.